Hello everyone, welcome to Easy Ganit. My name is Samir Sultana. And in this video, I will continue with the top 100 CAT count questions. The most expected questions. इस वीडियो के अंदर हम ज्योमेट्री के क्वेश्चंस को टारगेट करेंगे. This whole series is a chapter-based series. So we have been covering 5 to 6 best questions from all the topics to cover the complete 100 count questions before CAT. So ये वीडियो में मैं ज्योमेट्री डिस्कस करूंगा and I'm going to discuss 8 selected and most important questions of geometry with you guys. Right? And before I start, I want you to have a look at all these questions. This is the question number 51 of area of triangle. Please have a look at it. Take a screenshot. Let me quickly take you through all the questions that we will be discussing in this whole video. Question number 51, 52, area of triangle. Take a screenshot if you want. 53, 54, 55, 56, sine rule, cosine rule, 57, cyclic quadrature, 58, right angle triangle. So these are the questions that we will be discussing, right, which will give you a comprehensive revision of all the concepts, all the important concepts and relevant concepts. Now this first question, which is based on the concepts of area of triangle, let's have a look at it. So basically in this triangle, in this question, the ratio of PA and AS is given to us. The ratio of PA and AS is given, which is 3:1. That means if this is 3, then this is 1. And you have QS, ST, and TR in the ratio of 1:2:3. The area of triangle QAS, this triangle area is given to us as 300 centimeters square, and we are supposed to find out the ratio of the area of triangle ABP to the area of triangle BCR. So we are supposed to find out area of this triangle ABP and area of triangle BCR. Right? So this triangle and this triangle, these are two triangles for which we need to find out the area ratio. Area ratio is what we are supposed to find out. Now, to solve this question, you should know this basic rule. Let me first explain the basic rule. That in a triangle, right, if you have two triangles, right, made of a straight line or a same line, but having the same vertex, then the area of these two triangles will be same as area of these two bases. That means the ratio of the area of these two triangles will be same as the ratio of the base guys, right? Why? Because if I look at the area of this triangle, this would be half into base BD multiplied by the height. What is height? Height is basically the perpendicular distance from the vertex to the base. That is h. DC would be half into base DC, right? Height will be again the same because both are having the same line and the same vertex. So they are made of the same straight line and they have the same vertex. So perpendicular distance of A से जब BC पे drop करोगे तो that will act as the height for this triangle as well as for this triangle. Now if you cancel it, you see that BD and DC ratio, right, will decide the area of the ratio of the area. So in दोनों triangle का area का ratio इनके base पे depend करेगा. That's the concept that we will be using in this whole question, right? Look at this. यहाँ देखो 1 के base पे 300 का area. Can I say that 3 के जो base पे जो area बनेगा that will be 900. Simple ratio. 1 पे 300 तो 3 पे 900. This area is 300, so this will be 900. Okay. The next you can see that ये पूरे base 1 के ऊपर area is 1200. So can I say पूरे base 2 के ऊपर जो area बनेगा that will be 2400. So area of the triangle PST will be equal to 24. Now 1 के ऊपर 1200, 2 पे 2400, so 3 के ऊपर जो area बनेगा that will be 3600. So can I say that area of the triangle PTR will be equal to 36. This is 1200, this is 2400, this will be 36 PTR. Now can I join A with T? Yes, we can join. Right? Now again see that this triangle and this triangle have the same vertex A. The area on 1 is 300, so area on 2 will be 600. So this area will be 600. 1 के base पे 300 area, तो 2 के base पे 600. Now this whole area is 2400, उसमें से ये 600 हो गया. Right? If this is 600, then this will be 1800. So if I take this as y, then this will be 1800 minus 1. Right? Now, what you need to look at is, look at base QA and AB. Base QA and AB के ऊपर दो triangles आपकी बनी है which have the same vertex P, right? So QA और AB का जो ratio होगा, can I say that the ratio of QA and AB, just a minute, the ratio of QA and AB would be same as ratio of these two AB, which is 900 upon 1800 minus 1. And then you can also see that QA and AB के बीच में नीचे की साइड में दो ट्रायंगल्स बन रही हैं, QAT and ATB. So QA and AB का ratio will also be same as the area ratio of these two. ये area 900, ये area 1. So can I say this is equal to 900 upon. Now this gets cancelled. So can I say that y will be equal to 1800 minus 1. So 2y will be equal to 1800. So can I say that y will be equal to 900? If I'm saying that this area is 900, then this area will also be equal to 900, right? And this is 600. Then again you see, now look at this guys, look at this. This is, look at the base QT and the base TR. Can you see that QT and TR are having the same length? Now QT base के ऊपर आपको 600, 300 और 900 टोटल एरिया है 1800 और ये बेस 3 के ऊपर है, वर्टेक्स है B, इस ट्रायंगल का वर्टेक्स भी B है. सो 3 के वर्टेक्स पे 3 के बेस पे आपको 1800 का एरिया, तो यहाँ भी 3 के बेस पे आपको 1800 का एरिया मिलेगा. दिस विल आल्सो बी 1800. ओके, ये पूरा एरिया है 3600. 1800 ये हो तो इन दोनों का समेशन वुड बी 1800. So if I'm saying that this is x, then this will be 1800 minus x. Now this is x, this is 1800 minus x. Now you see that on the base of QB, QB के base पे दो ट्रायंगल QB and BC के base पे दो साइड ट्रायंगल बनी हुई है, एक ऊपर की साइड और एक नीचे की साइड. QB and BC का रेशियो, look at QB and BC रेशियो. Now QB के बेस के ऊपर ये ट्रायंगल है, BC के बेस पे ये ट्रायंगल. QB और BC के बेस पे जो ट्रायंगल्स का एरिया का जो रेशियो होगा वही बेस का रेशियो. ये दोनों ट्रायंगल का एरिया है 1800 और ये ट्रायंगल का एरिया है 1800 माइनस. सिमिलरली QB के बेस पे नीचे की साइड अगर आप देखो तो अगेन ये पूरा ट्रायंगल बन रहा है 300, 600, 900, 900, 1800, राइट, प्लस 1800. सॉरी, QB के बेस में नीचे की साइड में जिसमें R will act as a vertex would be 300, 600, 900 plus 1800. This area is 3600. नीचे की साइड में जो ट्रायंगल बन रहा है उसका एरिया पूरा 3600. 9, 3, 6, 9 और 8, 1800, right? So R is a base here. This is 1800 and also this is only 3600 and another these two ratio will also be equal. Will get cancelled on 2. Can you see that x will be equal to 3600 minus 2x? Can I say tx will be equal to 3600? So x will be equal to 12. So ये जो area है, that value is equal to 12. So ये जो area है, this will be 6. What I'm supposed to find out now is the ratio of the area of triangle ABP. ABP triangle का area है 900 and BCR. BCR का एरिया है 1200. So 900 और 1200 में जो रेशियो बनेगा, right, that would be 3 ratio. The ratio of 900 and 1200 will be 3 ratio 4. So option 4 is the correct answer. This is a question again. Moving on to the next question, look at this one. The triangle PQR. Make a triangle PQR. S is the midpoint of QR. Okay, let's take S as the midpoint. Now, when I'm saying that S is the midpoint, that means both of these two sides will be same. S is the midpoint. X is any point on PR. X is any point on PR. Let's take X any point in PR. And then it says T is a point on QR. T is any point on QR. Let's take any point. And such that PT should be parallel to X. PT जो होना चाहिए वो SX के parallel. So This is parallel to SS. T is any point on QR. Now the area of triangle PQR is 9.6. ये पूरी triangle PQR का area हमें दिया हुआ है 9.6 square centimeter. We are supposed to find out the area of the triangle RTX. 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 This is the complete triangle for which we need to find out the area. Okay, guys. Because it is given that F is the midpoint, can I say? Please try this question yourself first, right? Area of triangle PSR would be half of 9.6. Can I say that? Area of triangle PSR. Why? Because that's the midpoint. As midpoint है तो दोनों base same हो गए, height same हो गया, base भी same, height भी same, तो दोनों का ratio, area ratio 1:1, तो पूरे 1:1 में area को divide किया, तो can I say this triangle area would be 4 point. Now we are supposed to find out the area of RTX. ये area अपने को find out. This question become very simple. Basic ध्यान से लीजिए. This line is given to me as parallel to this line. Right? ये दोनों line आपस में parallel. And these are non-parallel. So can I say that this is a trapezium? Can I say PT SX is a trapezium? Right or wrong? PT, right? SX is a trapezium. And we know that in a trapezium, area of both of these two triangles will be same. ये दोनों triangle का area same बनेगा. क्यों बनेगा? It's a basic property of trapezium. ये सबको आना चाहिए. See that XC के XS के base पे जो आपने area बनाया, XS के base पे जो आपने triangle बनाई है, vertex P के साथ, और XS के साथ आपने एक triangle बनाई है, vertex P के साथ. दोनों triangle का base same है, height भी same होगी because दोनों lines parallel हैं. तो ये पूरी ट्रायंगल का एरिया और ये पूरी ट्रायंगल का एरिया वुड बी सेम. इन दोनों ट्रायंगल का एरिया अगर सेम दिया तो दोनों में से एक कॉमन पार्ट कैंसिल करोगे तो ये दो अपोजिट ट्रायंगल का एरिया वुड डेफिनेटली बी सेम. दैट मींस इफ दिस एरिया इज x देन दिस एरिया विल आल्सो बी x. और वी आई कैन से दैट, और आई कैन आल्सो से दैट ये ट्रायंगल का एरिया, राइट, इसको मैं ग्रीन से शेड करूं, दैट विल बी सेम एज दिस. Now look at it. What I want to find out is the area of triangle RTX. This triangle RTX के अंदर, if you keep this part separate, अगर आप ये वाला area separate तो this blue area, if I keep this blue area separate, then RTX के अंदर ये green shaded area को अगर मैं ये green shaded area से replace करूं, तो मेरे को ये triangle का area. And because both of these two triangles have the same area, and this part which is shaded blue of RTX is common with RSP, then the area of triangle, can I say that area of triangle RTX would be same as area of triangle RSP. दोनों triangle का area same होगा. और RSP का area, that is PS का area is 4.8, so RTX का area will also be 4.8. Answer is option number 3. Easy question, right? Look at the next question, guys. Two circles, try this question by yourself. Two circles touch each other externally at a point P, and so on. APB, CPD are the two straight line. The two straight line intersecting at the point P, right? Find the value of the angle ACD. So ACD is what we are supposed to find out. See that? Every time you're solving a question जिसमें दो सर्कल externally एक दूसरे को किसी पॉइंट पे टच कर रहा है, and there is some common chord or common tangent, it's always better to draw a line passing through the point at which both of these two circles are touching each other externally. So एक line मैंने draw किया, right? Now you see that, now you should know the alternate angle segment theorem. What is an alternate angle segment theorem? Alternate angle segment theorem says that angle made between the tangent and the chord of the circle will be same as angle made by the same chord in the alternate segment. ये theta होगा तो ये भी theta होगा. Then you see that here. Can I say that this particular angle, now this is the angle between the chord and the tangent, which is same as the angle made by the same chord in the alternate segment. Now this is 65 degree. Can I also say that this angle will also be equal to 65? 65, this is 65, right? Okay. And then you can see that, this is the external point T, and the length of T and TP would be same. Why would I say length of T and TP would be same? Because these are the two tangent drawn from the external point T. These two lengths are same. So this length is theta. So can I also say that this length will also be theta, right? Okay. Now, and this angle theta is made between the chord, green chord, and this blue tangent. So this angle will also be theta. Again, alternate angle segment theorem. Now, if I find theta, I'll get my answer. And how can I find theta? I know that summation of these three angles is 180. ये तीनों angle एक ही triangle के हैं. So can I say that theta plus theta, that is 2 theta, plus 65 plus 10, that is 75, is equal to 180. So 2 theta will be equal to 105. Theta will be equal to 52.5. So second option would be the correct answer. Find the value of angle ACD. So this is 52.5 degree, and that's the correct answer. Option 2. Next question, guys. Question number 54. Amazing question on rectangle. ABCD is a rectangular piece of paper with ABs 8 and BC 6. Paper is folded such that the vertex C coincides the vertex D. Okay. So make a rectangle, guys, right? I have a rectangle ABC. Now this is a question where you need to do a bit of imagination, right? A, B, C, D, a rectangular piece of paper with the length of AB being 8 centimeter and the length of BC being 6 centimeter. The paper is folded such that the vertex C coincide with the vertex A. Now C, you are supposed to fold it. So C को A point पे लेके आना है. So you need to do the imagination. जब मैं C को A पे fold करता हूँ, C को point A पे लेके आऊँगा. So let's say that कि ये point से यहाँ पे ये turn होना शुरू होगा. So ये जो line बनेगा C से लेके P तक का जो line बनेगा, right? वो ये वाला formation ले लेगा, right? Because if I'm taking point C to P over here, then C point will come at A. So can I say CP will be same as AP? है ना? Now let's say that this length is x. So इस CP का जो length बनेगा, that would be 8 minus x, जो यहाँ पे आ जाएगा, right? And this length is x. Crease कौन सा form होगा? You see that when you're folding C, when you're taking the point C to A, तो जो C को आप fold करने पे, paper को fold करने पे C जब A पे जो आएगा, right? और जब आप paper को वापस से open करोगे, तो the crease that will be formed will be like this, right? तो इस direction में ऐसा एक crease बनेगा. Right? You can try it by yourself also. Let me try to just take a piece of paper, right? This is a piece of paper, right? You can see that. Now let's say that this is a piece of paper. Now this is my point A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. If I fold it, right? If I fold it, then you see that this is the triangle that I'm making here. This triangle is what I'm making, right? You see that this triangle is what I'm making. Is that this length is basically equal to 8 minus x. This is what I'm assuming as x. And this length is 8 minus x, right? This is 6. And then if I open it, this crease that you can see is what I'm making over. This is a crease I want to find out. This is a crease length that I want to find out, right? So now, I can solve this question quite easily. Let's have a look. Once you understand the basic imagination and what are the key crease and everything else, right, you can easily answer the question. Now let's say this PQ is a crease, right? So now this is x, this is 8 minus x. This will also be equal to x, right? So guys, if I find the length of x, I'll get my answer. Because then in the triangle PTQ, I can apply the Pythagoras theorem. And this is a right angle triangle. Can I apply the Pythagoras theorem here? In the first triangle, this here, you can see that 6 square plus x square will be equal to 8 minus x whole square. 36 plus x square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. This gets cancelled. 16x will be equal to 36 minus 64 minus 36 would be 28. The length of x will be 28 upon 60. 7. X is 7 by 4. Now this is also X, this is also X. So length from P to Q would be 8 minus 7 by 4 multiplied by 2. This is 8 minus 2X, no? Right? This length is 8, this is X, this is X, so this will be 8 minus 2X. Right? So this is basically equal to 8 minus 7 upon 8 minus 7 by 2 would be 16 minus 7, that is 9 by 2. This length is 9 by 2, this is 6. So crease length will be equal to square root of 81 by 4 plus 36. Square root of 225 by 4, that is 15 by 2. So the crease length will be 7.5 centimeter. This would be the correct answer. That's it, question number 54. That's right. Here's the next question, question number 55. Let's have a look at this question. Question number 55. This is based on very important property. Given quadrature, angle ADB is given to me as 52. This angle is 52 degree. And angle CDB, guys, CDB is given to me as 64 degree. This angle is 64 degree. Angle ABD is given to me as 68 degree. This angle is given to me as 68 degrees, right? And angle CBD is given to me as 56. This angle is 56 degrees. What I'm supposed to find out is the value of angle B. This is the angle that I need to find out. Angle BOC, you can see the external angle of this triangle. So if I find this angle, I get it. Right. Now let's do it. See this, you need to observe the figure carefully. Right. And before that, you need to know this property, that in a triangle, right, if I draw the external angle bisector, now these are the external angles. If I draw the two external angle bisector of a triangle, the point of intersection of the external angle bisector is called as X center. Right? This is called as X center. Now, a line joining, right? Now, the next thing that you are supposed to know is that a line coming from the opposite vertex A, line joining the opposite vertex A and X center will definitely pass through the in center. Or you can say that, if I join the line A with the X center, if I join the point A with the X center of the triangle, then this line will be the internal angle bisector of the triangle. Now you see this here. If I extend this line, this is 68, this is 56. 180 minus 68 will be how much? 180 minus 68 plus 56 will be how much? 8 plus 6, 40, 124. So can I say that if this is 124, then this will be 56 degrees. Then you also need to extend this. This is 52, this is 64. That means this angle will be 180 minus 4 plus 2, 6, 116. That will be equal to 64. So this angle will also be 64. I see that this is 64, this is 64, this is 56, this is 56. Now look at the triangle BAB. Look at the triangle BAB. Can I say that these two lines, DC and BC, are the external angle bisector of these? External angle bisector. Why? Because both of these two angles are same. Both of these two angles are same. So if this is two external angle bisector, then the point of intersection of external angle bisector, that is C, would be called as X center. This will be called as X center of the triangle ABD. X center of the triangle ABD. And the line joining A with the X center C will be internal angle bisector. So can I say this? That AC is an internal angle bisector. So these two angles will be same. Now this is 52, this is 68. That is 120. So this angle will be 60. So this will be 30 degree and this will be 30 degree. Now this is 68, this is 30, this is exterior angle of this triangle. So this will be equal to 90 degree. You can see that this is exterior angle of this triangle AOB. So 98 degrees is the correct answer. That is option number 1. Moving on to the next question, question number 56 here. This is based on sine and cosine rule. Let's quickly solve this question. In the given figure, PQRS is a quadrilateral where PQ is parallel to SR. Okay, these two lines are parallel to me. Angle RST is 120. and RS is same as PS is same as 1/3 of QP. That means if I'm saying that this side is 3, then this side would be equal to 1. So RS is equal to PS is equal to PQ. So not this is 1, not this is 1, this is 1, this will also be 1. I should know that if this side is same, then this angle will be 30 degree because this is 120, so both of these two angles will be same. What we are supposed to find out is the value of the angle PQR. This is the angle that we need to find out. This is 120, both of these two sides are same, so this is 30. So can I say this will also be equal to 30 degree? Right. So in a 30, 30, 120 degree triangle, side ratio as per the sine rule will be 1:1:√3. This is the standard property. 30, 30, 120 degree triangle will have the side ratio as 1:1:√3. This is 1, this is 1. So can I say this side will be equal to 2. Now this is √3 and this is 3. What I'm supposed to find out, okay, and this line is parallel, right? This line is parallel to this line. So this is 30 degree. Can I say this will be also 30 degree? Alternate angle, 30, 30. Now, can I apply the cosine rule here? Right? As per the cosine rule, can I say that the length of QR sphere, cosine rule, applying the cosine rule in this triangle PQR, QR square will be equal to 3 square plus √3 square, that is 3, minus 2 times of 3 multiplied by √3 multiplied by cos 30, and the cos 30 is same as sine 60, which is 1/3. This gets cancelled. This is right. So we have 9. Let's try this question again. QR square will be equal to this square plus this square minus 2 times of 3√3 into cos 30. Right, cos 30 would be sine 60, and sine 60 is √3/2. It's not 1/2, it is √3/2. So 2 and 2 will get cancelled. V square is 9, 9 plus 3, 12, 12 minus √3 into √3, 3, 3 into 3, 9. 12 minus 9 would be 3, so this is QR square. So can I say QR will be √3? I'm applying the cosine rule here. I'm sure you know the cosine rule. QR would be √3. You should know cosine rule to answer this question. Now look at this triangle. QP length is given to me as 3. QR is given to me as √3, and RP is also given to me as 2. Now you see that if I divide this whole triangle, this ratio with √3, the final ratio I'll get will be √3:1. That means the side ratio of this triangle is 1:1:√3. And if the side ratio is 1:1:√3, that means triangle will definitely be 30, 30, 120. So can I say that this angle will also be 30 and this angle will be 120? Okay. So therefore, what we are supposed to find out is angle PQR. Angle PQR will be equal to 30. Right? The side ratio is 1:1:√3. Right? As you can see that here. 1:1:√3. So angle will also be 30, 30, and 1. So this angle would be equal to 30 degree, and that's correct. This is what we are supposed to find. Based on sine and cosine, very important. Moving on to the next question. 57 guys. It's a cyclic quadrilateral, and the concept that you need to know here, that there are 2 theorems that you're supposed to know. One is the Brahmagupta formula, and the Brahmagupta formula of finding the area of the cyclic quadrilateral, and also a Ptolemy theorem. What is Brahmagupta's formula? Brahmagupta's formula is equal to, if 4 sides of a cyclic quadrilateral are given, then as per the Brahmagupta's formulas, area of this whole cyclic quadrilateral will be equal to square root of S minus A into S minus B into S minus C into S minus D. A, B, C, D are the sides of the triangle, and S is the A, B, C, D are the sides of the quadrilateral, S is the semi-perimeter, right, of the quadrilateral. So this is our whole quadrilateral. If I want to find out the area, I need all 4 sides. Okay. And then there's a Ptolemy theorem also. I'll explain it in a minute. Now you see that here in the question it is given to us that AC is 20 centimeter. This length is given to me as 20 centimeter. And you see that this is a 90 degree, so AD must be a diameter, because only a diameter subtends an angle of 90 degree at any point on the circumference of the circle. This is 20, this is 25. This is a right angle triangle. Can I apply the Pythagoras theorem or the triplet? We know that there's a triplet of 3, 4, and 5. The side opposite to 5 is 25, side opposite to 4 will be 20, side opposite to 3 will be 15. So this side will be equal to 15, guys, right? The length of DC will be 15. And then you have AC being 20 and BD is given to you as 24, right? This is 25, this is 24. Now in a triangle of 25, 24, you know that again a triplet that, or you can simply apply the Pythagoras theorem. This is 25, this is 24. This is a 90-degree angle. This would be 7, right? So 625 minus 576, right? 15 minus 6, 9, 11 minus 7, 4, square root of 49 is 7. So this whole side will be equal to 7, right? Now, what we are left with is BC. If I find the length of BC, I get my answer. I know all the 4 sides. I got to know these 3 sides. I got to know the diagonals. If I get to know the length of BC, I'll get my answer. So BC is all I want to find out, right? BC is what I need to find out. How do you find BC? For that, you need to use the Ptolemy theorem. What does Ptolemy theorem says? You know, if you know Ptolemy theorem, you'll be able to solve the question. If you don't know the Ptolemy theorem, then you'll not be able to solve the question. Ptolemy theorem says that the summation of the product of these two opposite sides of a cyclic quadrature, that means summation of the product of opposite sides of the cyclic quadrature will be same as the product of the diagonal. That means the product of red side AD and BC plus product of green side, that means AD into CD, will be same as product of diagonal, which is AC multiplied by BD. If you know this, you will be able to solve this, right? So now what is AD? Length of AD is 25, BC is, simply apply. AD is 25, BC is what we're supposed to find out, plus AD into CD, 15 into 7, that is 105. Product of diagonal AC into BD, that is 480. Right? So 25 times of BC will be equal to 375. The length of BC will be equal to 375 upon 35 by 5. This get cancelled on 15. The length of BC will be 15, guys, right? The length of BC will be equal to 15. Now, once you get to know the length of BC, you can easily find out the area, right, using this, right? Semi-perimeter. What is the semi-perimeter of this? 25 plus 15, 40. 40 plus 15, 55 plus 7, 62. 62 by 2, semi-perimeter is 31. Now, simply apply this in this formula and get your answer. 31 minus 25, right, that is 6. 31 minus 15 is 16. 31 minus 15 is 16. 31 minus 7 would be 24. 16 will be taken outside, right? Now 6 into 24 is 144. 124 squared is 12. Answer would be 190. This is the area of this whole cyclic quadrature. 193 square centimeter is the correct answer. So you get to know two concepts: Brown-Gupta formulas, finding the area of cyclic quadrature, and the Ptolemy theorem. And triplet is also getting used here. Last question of this video, guys, right? Right angle triangle. Amazing question. The length of AD is given, the length of CF is 7. Okay. G is a centroid. That means if this line is passing through center, so this will be the median. In fact, all these three green lines will be the median of the triangle, right angle triangle ABC. We are supposed to find out the length of GH. This is what we need to find out. So guys, in a right angle triangle, right, you should know this theorem that 4 times of the sum of the scales of these two medians, 4 times the sum of the scale or the medians to the perpendicular side, that is 4 times of AD scale plus CF scale, will be equal to 5 times of the hypotenuse, 5 times of AC scale. Now, so apply this. 4 times of AD scale. What is AD? AD is 24. 24 scale is 576 plus CF. What is CF? CF is 7. 7 scale is 40. Is equal to 5 times of AC scale. 4 times of 625 is equal to 5 times of AC scale. This get cancelled. So can I say AC scale will be equal to 500? So AC will be 5 into 10 into 10. Means the length of AC will be equal to 10 root. Now the length of AC is 10 root 5, that's the length of hypotenuse. And because B is a median, can I say that B is a median, E is the midpoint? Why B is a median? Because it's passing through centroid. So if B is the median, that means E is the midpoint. Can I say E will be called as the circumcenter of the triangle? Why E is circumcenter? Because the circumcenter of the right angle triangle lies on the midpoint of the hypotenuse, and E is a midpoint. So can I say that the length of BE will be same as AE equal to CE, right? So length of BE will be equal to half of AC. AC is 10 root 5, so length of BE will be 5. Now once you know the length of BE is equal to 5 root 5, what I need is the length of GH, right? Now centroid divide the median the ratio of 2:1. Now BG ratio GE is 2:1. BG ratio GE is 2:1. Why? The centroid divide the median ratio of 2:1 with the larger part towards the vertex. And then I also know that D is a midpoint, F is a midpoint, line joining the midpoints of the triangle, line joining the midpoint of two sides of the triangle will be parallel to the third side and half of third side. So can I say that this triangle BFB will be similar to the triangle BAD, or you can say that FBD. Let's look at it. Triangle FBD will be similar to triangle ABC. Why is so? This line will be parallel to this line. This angle is common, right? And if this line is parallel to this line, you can see that side ratio will be same. And you can say that these two sides right now. Or what you can say is, if this line is parallel to this side, right, and BD and DC ratio and the BF and FA ratio is same as 1, right? Right? Why it is so? Because D is a midpoint, F is a midpoint, right? So this side is same as this side, same as this side. So this line is parallel to this line. Therefore, we can easily prove that this triangle is similar to this triangle. Once we prove that these two triangles are similar, can I say the length of BH and BE will be same as the ratio of these two sides, BD and BC. And BD is 1, BC is 2. So BH and BE is 1 ratio 2. So we get to know the two ratios now. BH ratio BE, BH ratio BE is 1 ratio 2. And I get to know that BG and GE is 2:1. So now BE is my whole length. What I do is, if I make the whole length BE as 6, then the length of BH will be 3. The length of BH will be 3. And if the length of BH is 3, then you can see that, and the length of BE is taken as 6. BG plus GE is 6, right? So this whole length is 3. If I am making the whole length as 6, this will be 4 and this will be 2. That means the length of BG will be 4. The length of BG is 4, out of which this is 3, so carry that this will be 1. And the whole length BE is 6, right? The whole length BE is 6, this is 3, this is 1, so this will be 2. And this is also standard result that you should be keeping in mind, that in a right angle triangle, right, if G is a centroid and you're joining the midpoints of these two sides of the triangle, of the right angle triangle, then the ratio of BH, HG and GE would be 3:1:2. Now I know that BE is 5√5. This whole length is 5√5. Then the length of HG can straight away find out by dividing the whole length in the ratio of 3:1:2. If you divide the whole length 5√5 in the ratio of 3:1:2, this will be 1/6 of whole length, 1/6 of whole length 5√5. So the final answer would be 5/6. Length of GH will be 5/6 of length. That's the correct answer. So these are the 8 questions of geometry that I have completed in this video. I hope this helped you in revising all important concepts of geometry. Thank you so much for watching the video. See you in the next part. And so next I will be picking topic like mensuration, and there are 2 or 3 more topics left for arithmetic that will be completing very soon before CAT in this whole series. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to the channel and share it with all the friends who are preparing for MB entrance exams like CAT and exams like SNAP, IFT. There will be a lot of videos I'll also be uploading for IFT. You can check on the playlist the complete playlist of 100 DLR sets on the channel also. Thank you. See you in the next one.